Hi there, this is savewith.crypto. Okay, so I've got a few videos to do today. So this is the first one. This one's about Bitcoin, really. And I published a video last night. It was quite a cheerful one because everything was in profit, obviously. And I got out of my horrible long that I'd been in. And I got out with a bit of profit, which was good. Now, in that video, I did mention something, and Dave H said, what's your thought process and steps that will take BTC to 200,000 plus this year? Okay, I thought for a minute, did I actually say that? And then I said I'll explain in my next video. So just to check what I said, I don't know. I mean, obviously I think Bitcoin's probably going to go up to $200,000 over the next year or so. Okay, so I said over the next year or so. Now, okay, I'll show you my thinking for this. Okay, so, and I need to look at the Bitstamp chart. Now, the reason I'm going to look at Bitstamp is because it's got more history than any other chart that I know of. Now, you see these yellow lines here? These are the Bitcoin halvenings, and you can get to these by if you're going to, if you just put in halve, and there you go. It's this one here, Bitcoin halving events by Kevin D. Carr. Okay, so that's the one I've got here. And then what you need to do is zoom out as much as you can, and then you can give that a Control R or something like that to make it look like that. And you can see here that, you know, generally what happens every time there's a halving. That was the first one in 2012. We can't really see very much, but the price did go up quite a bit. And then the second one happened in 2016, and the price went up quite a bit, came back down again. Third halving happened. This was my first one, 2020, and the price went up quite a lot. Now, you can see here this kind of growth, it's not like linear, so what I like to do is to put this on the logarithmic chart. Okay, so that looks a bit more like that. So, you know, you're looking at a log scale there rather than a linear scale. Now, when you do this, it starts to look a bit more like a straight line. So I think what you can do, you can put a line here. Let's get a trend line. So I think here there's pretty much a line going something like that. Okay, so like that maybe. Okay, I think that is a reasonable kind of growth to me. So I would expect by the next halving, which is going to be March next year, the price of Bitcoin is going to be about here, which is like $206,000. Which sounds reasonable to me. I also think as well is in that time as well it may well peak a little bit higher, just like what it has done in the past. So, you know, possibly looking like you know, peaks like this kind of thing. So I would have thought, you know, sometime 24, 25, 26 sort of thing, definitely looking at a $500,000 Bitcoin, I would say, and that's my thinking behind it. I mean, Bitcoin is unlike anything else in my mind. You know, it has no boss, it has no company, there's no one behind it. It's just a pure bit of mathematics, if you like, that can't be changed. The way it works with the blockchain and the miners, you know, you would need somebody with 51% of the control over Bitcoin to be able to change the fundamentals of it, so that's just never going to happen. I had a friend once who tried to work out what sort of computer that person would have to have, and it would be the most powerful computer in the world, and you'd have to create it in secret without anybody knowing, and bearing in mind the amount of energy and stuff it would use. It's just not going to happen. It could happen if it was done by like aliens or something like that, which, you know, seems quite probable these days. But for mere mortal humans, I don't think that's possible. So if there was an alien invasion, then you know, your Bitcoin might be at risk. But I think until that happens, I think it's on a good path to be at $200,000 in 2024, 2025, that kind of year. And I think by the end of this decade, I think we're looking at well over $1 million for a Bitcoin. Now the problem then, of course, is like $1 million is not going to be worth $1 million. Everybody's going to live in $1 million houses, which will be the price of a terraced house in some shithole part of the UK probably. But so yeah, I would say if you want to be a millionaire, buy a Bitcoin and wait 5 years, and I think you'll be a millionaire. Alternatively, just buy a load of tap today. Buy 100 grand's worth of tap today, and I pretty much guarantee you'll be a millionaire within a year. That's my plan anyway. Anyway, thank God that shower stopped. Okay, so I just want to show you my current open trade. So I've got this one here. This is my own sort of personal one. This is currently $7,900 in profit, which is nice. I did scale it up with the rest of my trading pot, if you like, which made the entry not so good. I've decided to take some profit up here at 24,886 because I think it might struggle around 25, but if it goes beyond 25, it should run all the way up to 28 really. So that's cool. Meanwhile, with the $200 trading challenge, I'm currently not in a position. I've got this order set here at 24,419, which is here. That's only with 25% of the balance I've got, because obviously last time it all went horribly wrong, and I almost lost the whole lot, but I came out good in the end. Now, what's the reason for this 24,419? It's something I did when I was like half asleep this morning. Okay, so if we go back to trading view, look at the ByBit chart. So looking at the VWAP, which is this indicator here with the red bands here and the green bands there, I was looking for a price that would be around here somewhere, that might be likely for the price to come back to. Now, I did that by getting a Fibonacci tool, this one here, and going from the low here up to the high of last night. Okay, and you can see here that this, when it dipped down here, which was actually 7 o'clock this morning, it dipped down here, it did actually touch the 618 Fibonacci level. So I think there's a possibility it might come back to here, which would put it in the almost in the green bands of the VWAP. So I think that's a likely place where we could probably try and fill along, but I'm not 100% sure about it, because obviously we've just climbed massively in the past 24 hours. And if you look at the beginning of January, about here up to where we are now, we're up nearly 50%. So it's just very possible that the price could come back down. I don't think it's going to, but it's very possible, because after a big pump like that, you would expect some sort of dump. But for the moment, I'm just going in with 25% of the balance. It is on 10x leverage, but it is, as I say, only 25% of the pot. So I'm fairly confident that will be safe. But we'll see if it dips down and fills anyway. It might just run up. If it does, that's not a problem. We'll just, deal with it and look for another entry somewhere else. I mean, the account's doing great. I mean, from the original $200, it's now 2,818, which is actually 0.1144 Bitcoin. I think we started off with 0.0123, I think it was. So a lovely, lovely increase there. And that's in just over a month. Well, about 6 weeks, actually. So that's all good. If you want to follow along with that, go to the free Telegram group, which is at savewith.crypto.org/TG. And what I will do is, when I close my big trade, my personal one, I'm going to move some funds from that into BitGet, and I'm going to try and get them bonus with BitGet, and then I'm going to trade with that and show you how you can trade a similar kind of thing but with free money. But I might do that with a kind of little VIP group, and to get in that you will need to use the BitGet link. But I'll do more details about that later. For now, if you want to get the BitGet account, just go to savewithcrypto.org/BitGet. Bear in mind, it's a new exchange to me. I've not tried it out yet, but I will be doing it. It looks really good. But I'll have to see how it all works out. But that will be a later video, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Anyway, meanwhile, there's a lot to do, so it's really important that you're subscribed and you've got the notifications set on all. Do join the free Telegram group. Leave a nice comment. Do like the video, and above all, tell your friends.